Hello everyone, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. Here I share tips from my self-teaching violin experience that will hopefully take you further into your violin journey. Today I would like to share with you an upgrade that I made recently for my violin case. I feel that I have outgrown my current case. When looking for a new case, I specifically looked for something that would provide me with more storage. In that research, I came across the Core CC500 case. It's actually very inexpensive. It's only $159 from the fiddler shop. Today, we're going to test this case and see if it's good enough to hold all of my violin junk. Before we get started with this case, let's look at my current case. This is my Eastman case. It came with the Eastman Violin VL100 model as an entire outfit. Now, this case is awesome. It's very lightweight. No complaints, only that I need more space. So let me show the inside. Now here's where I have a problem. I use this as my shoulder rest. It's my favorite shoulder rest, actually. It's the only one I use now. It's the Bon Musica shoulder rest. So it's bigger than your typical shoulder rest. It does not collapse at all. It's very difficult to store. This case is pretty small and compact, so there's no extra compartment to store this in. As you could see, I wrap it in a soft cloth right here because it has like hard metal parts here. Well, it's kind of thin metal. And I managed to fit it in the compartment where my violin scroll fits. Then I cover it and I make sure that it doesn't touch the bow when I close the case. But the complaint I do have is that this compartment is much too small for all my tools that I keep getting for violin learning. Now I have my rosin rag. This is a new little device I've been using that I just stuffed in here. And then I have my soft rag, or my soft handkerchief. And then I have my rosin that's all squished up in there. And then I have my little mini tuner, which I fear that I've damaged it, but not enough for it to be unusable. The letters don't show up completely anymore, and I know it's because I tried stuffing too many things here, and it probably smashed my little micro tuner, but I still use it and it still works. So and then I have a little extra soft cloth, a battery for my micro tuner, my mute, and then my little nail clipper. And that's everything. Now, on top of all of these things that I try to fit in this small compartment, I have additional tools that I want to fit in there. I have my A tuning fork and my C tuning fork. And yes, I do use all of it. Even though, you know, I have a micro tuner and a big tuner / metronome, I still use both tuners. They just are useful in many ways. Okay, and then I also use these forks because it's just fun to use forks. So I wanted to fit this in here as well. Didn't work. Nothing else fits than what I had in there originally. So then my two forks and my earplugs they're just hanging out outside of my case, and I want to put them all in one case. So that's what's in my case. Alright, so let's take a look at the Core case now. This case is much different than my original case. This is a complete oblong case. So my original case, it tapers at the end like the shape of the violin. I did notice that it's already kind of heavy. It weighs just as much as my current violin case with everything in it. so it's a little heavier. I'm not sure how much it weighs, but it does weigh quite a bit. It has a nice outside, just plain black. The outer pocket is, I'm guessing it's large enough to, let me see, I have 2 pieces of paper. Yeah, looks like it would fit music in here. You see, 2 sheets of paper. It's a little bigger than that, so you probably would be able to fit some music in here. And then it has a little netted pocket on top of that, but maybe for extra strings, I don't know. So that's the outer pocket. It has metal feet. I did notice that this one slides easier on a table surface, so I might have to modify these little feet to have probably little rubber dots on them so they won't be so slippery. I am used to having a very stable case when I put it on the tabletop. This one kind of slides around a bit. It's probably convenient in most cases, but in my case I want something that doesn't slide. Well, we'll see if this becomes a problem. So that's one modification already that I would make to this case. I would put a non-slip surface on these little feet. Okay, moving on. Nice sturdy handle. It has a leather covering. My current case, yeah, it's the same, but this one feels a little fatter. It's nice. It has a good grip. You have your what is considered a rain cover, I guess, for a rain flap. And they have magnetic snaps. Can you hear that? You see? My current case only has 1 flap. And in my situation, that's very convenient and practical. But for people who travel a lot with their case and go through a bunch of weather changes, this is probably very convenient. So it has a buckle with the key. I have the key. My current case only has a latch that you open. This one you have to press both sides and then lift. And voila. This case comes in blue, green, and red. Now, the reason why I chose blue, because my current case is red. My first violin, its case, the interior is green. And now I decided, okay, I'll get a blue one this time since I have both red and green. So blue it is, and it smells very new, a lot like glue. But that's the new smell. You have 4 compartments for your bows, and then you have a tube here. It has like little latches here that latch onto this tube. This tube is for your extra strings. This may be convenient and good to have. So I'm just going to keep this in here. Probably be empty most of the time. And something I never had before, a hygrometer. Yeah, I don't know how to use this, but I guess I'll learn. Let's see. Oh, it detaches. There you go. Okay, I think it needs batteries. I'll open. Oh no, it has battery. It comes with battery. With the battery. So it should work. Here, let me check here. It requires 1 LP44 battery. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but if I'm wrong, I'll clarify it somewhere right here in the description box. So I'm going to put that back in here and see if this hygrometer works. And I need to remove this little plastic thing. It works. Does anybody know what the ideal humidity in a violin case should be? In this room it says it's 56% humidity and it's 29 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to change that to Fahrenheit because that's what I'm used to. Okay, 84 degrees. Oh, it's pretty warm in here. I'll leave it in the case. Fahrenheit. Okay, so yes, the hygrometer comes with a battery already and it works. I'll see if I have a use for it, and it'd be exciting to see if I have the ideal humidity in my case. I got used to my case flap. You see how it's attached to the case itself? And it's attached to the case, so all I do is go flip, grab my violin, and go flip, and it doesn't detach from the case. In this case, it's detached, so I'm being very picky here, I know. But still, you know, I think I like that feature of having it attached to the case. I think I can make this work. All I need is 2 pieces of Velcro, and it can probably attach from this area right here. That's the second modification I would make to this case. So my first modification was non-slip feet, and the cover attach a Velcro to it so it remains with the case no matter what. So just me being picky. I'm used to certain things from this case that I don't want to let go with a new case. So I probably will modify that myself, and you will see it will be fabulous. We got a big compartment here. La. Oh yeah, straps. So here's the key to the latch, and then you got your straps so that you can strap up this case. And as you can see, right here, there's 2 latches in case you want it as like a satchel type carrying case. It's a heavy case, heavier than my current one. Okay, so you can attach it from here, and here, right here, so you carry your violin as a backpack. All good choices to have. So let's go back to where I was. So a huge compartment here. You've got a little gel pack with an elastic band. It self-closes. Nothing here. Okay. And then it has a secondary case right here. Let me see if you can see it. All right. With another gel pack. All right. Yeah. Plenty of room for all of my junk. I want to test first if it's going to fit my shoulder rest. I can just store it by itself. Let me see if you can see here. It barely fits. It's just right. So, for those of you who own one of these and you don't shorten it, because this shoulder rest typically comes a little longer for those who have a more broad shoulder frame. I shortened it. Bigger adults than me would probably have it even out here, you know? So if that were the case, it wouldn't fit. You see that? There would be no way that it fit. It passed the test for me. It may not pass for you if you use this same shoulder rest and have it at a bigger setting. So that's too bad, but I'm gonna put it in here for now, which makes me happy because it fits. Time to transfer my violin into its new case. Ah. Let's see. Okay, typical Velcro strap for the neck. And look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous! Goodbye, old case. Goodbye. I love you. Alright. Bow. Let's see how the bow compartments work. Let's fold it in. Ha ha ha. There you go. Problem solved. Okay. Okay, so how it works is you put the tip through this area first, right here. Okay. And then you latch on the frog securely. Okay, so that's how the bow fits in this case, as you can see right there. So it fits the violin and it fits the bow very well. No complaints here. Fits well. Okay, now let's see how the flap covers the violin. There you go. A little more narrow. It's a little small. It's not big enough for my violin. Why is that? They didn't account for the bridge. They didn't account for all these pieces that make the flap go up. So it doesn't cover the violin completely. I would like to make a clarification about the case cover. After recording this video, I realized that the cover could actually cover the entire violin, as long as you align the bottom of the cover to the edge of the scroll of the violin. So it would overlap part of the large storage compartment of this case. Otherwise, if you align the cover to the bottom of the case past the scroll, it will not cover the entire violin. Just wanted to clarify that. Now, let's go back to the video. All right, so, so my second moment of truth is, does all my other junk fit in this case? And I think it will. The other compartment is, unfortunately, under the violin. So every time I have to access anything, I have to remove the violin to access that storage compartment, which is something I didn't even think about. Okay, I have to pause again for another clarification. I just want to point out that the smaller storage compartment that's under the violin is meant for a shoulder rest. Again, I realized this after recording this video. Unfortunately, there's no way that a Bon Musica shoulder rest would fit in that space anyway. You will still have to use the larger compartment. Okay, I'm guessing that here we can put the rosin, because the rosin I usually use when the violin is outside of the case. So let's put the rosin in here. I use my tuner when it's outside of the violin. When the violin is out of the case. A tuner fork. I'll probably put my mute in there as well. I'll put the mute in there, and okay, and then all my little rags can go in here. Et voila. Everything fit except for my metronome. So let's see if I can fit the metronome somewhere else. It took a bit of Tetrising, but I managed to fit both my metronome and my large shoulder rest in the large compartment of this case. I'm very happy about that. And the cover. And there you go. All my stuff fit. Just barely. It barely fit all of it, but good enough for me. So yeah, let's get it closed. Okay. 2 zippers, which is typical. 2 zippers right here and right here. Rain flaps. Oh, yeah, the latch already snapped together. Rain flaps, and let's see how heavy it is. It's pretty hefty, but manageable. Alright, so there you have it. That's my review on the Core Case CC500. You saw that it did fit all of the things I wanted to fit in this violin case. It all fits. In my opinion, even though I don't travel much with my violin, it would be a good traveling case because it's pretty sturdy, it's pretty heavy. It would probably protect your violin very well. And if you have a Bon Musica shoulder rest, you would just have to shorten it in order to store it in the largest compartment in this violin case. So for $159, it's not bad. You get a lot of extra features. I'm still a student, so it's good that I probably will not outgrow this case anytime soon. So that's my review for the Core CC500 case. I hope it was insightful, and if you want to see more review videos like this one, please hit that like button or let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, I hope to see you next time. Bye.